I'm Kevin Coleman with the Shadow Post, and we're in the aftermath of a League of Women Voters, a local meeting, and the two of you spoke to the League about trails. Can you summarize this action-packed, long list of things that you talked about? Can you summarize it briefly?
Yes.
Because there's a
Yes,
lot.
so we have a current project going on up here at Ohio University Chillicothe. We're building a multi-use trail that's a mile long. We have three specific mountain bike trails: a green, blue, and black level trail. We're doing
Are those standard colors to show the difficulty?
Yep.
So, and even the black will be easier probably than those trails at Great Seal. So these are going to be really mellow, progressive trails. The goal is that the green is pretty long and cruisy, and that anybody from a strider bike to a professional mountain biker can have some fun. And then the blue gets progressively harder, and then the black will have the most features. But nothing will be overly dangerous or too difficult, and it's kind of more of a warm-up to go out to Great Seal and be able to tackle those trails.
And you're hoping for this to be family-friendly, kid-friendly?
Absolutely. I mean, just the placement of OUC is right in a neighborhood where there's plenty of families. So the goal is to have it, again, be kind of a barrier, break that barrier to entry. So have people build confidence out there, learn, get to go out with their family and have a lot of fun.
Yep, it's a great place to come try and ride.
And there's already part of the trail system has been built here?
Yep, we're up here on Earth Day, and the black trail is pretty much, we'll use the term roughed in.
Yep.
More work will need done there. We'll have several more work days, including May 17th.
Yep.
We'll be back up here from about 9 to noon that Saturday morning, doing some more work.
And you welcome volunteers to help you on these work days?
Many
All the volunteers.
We promise you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
All ages, so very family
Yeah,
friendly.
bring your kids.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
A good opportunity for them to get dirty and scratched up and happy.
Yeah, always happy for sure, and nothing wrong with a little dirt on your nails.
You also pointed out that there's a couple ways that people might not think of to get up here, like Water Street Hill.
Yep. So.
Yeah, the Water Street Hill is an access point that goes from Water Street and Western Avenue. It used to actually be a real road that was in use years ago, but it is a trail that you can go up through hiking, biking, running, and
It's a good connector to the downtown.
Absolutely, yeah. Easy, avoid traffic. You do have the intersection at Western Avenue, but there's a traffic light and a crosswalk, so.
I would say that's probably the easiest place, and if you choose to drive, you can park at the corner of Pullman and West 2nd Street, just right at the top of that Water Street road closure, and that's probably the easiest way to get to where the mountain bike trails will be and the multi-use trail. Otherwise, you can park at OUC and access behind the tennis courts.
Okay. How can people learn more about the trails here being developed at OUC?
Yeah, so you can visit our website, chillicothetrails.org, and the quickest way to get updates would be to like and follow our Facebook, Chillicothe Trails, and then our Instagram as well. Same thing, Chillicothe Trails. Hopefully we'll have a newsletter in the future, but for now, those are kind of our three main points.
Okay. Now, I had spoken with you at a Ross County Commissioners meeting, I think in December.
Yes.
Has anything big really happened, changed since then?
Not since then. There's been a little bit of back and forth, but ultimately I think the commissioners decided that wasn't the route they wanted to go right now. I think that the door is still open for them to get involved in the projects that we're currently working on, and we've been in communication with them on that. So I don't think that they're opposed to any of these ideas. I think it's just a little bit of a collaborative effort that we're going to work on.
Take some time to figure out what we're doing on the Chillicothe Trail side with some of these things, what some of our costs and budgets will be, and I think they're willing to kick in and help and maybe do it from a more local level.
And things might be changing right now with the paper mill. Putting a crimp on everyone's budget, possibly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that certainly makes sense. I mean, we're all concerned about that situation, so kind of a slow and steady wins the race.
But speaking of which, how much does something like mountain biking, what does that bring into the local economy?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean,
You mentioned that there are people who drive in here with
Yeah, I think the recent
multi-thousand-dollar
thing that Ty
bikes.
sent was it $416 a day
yes.
that they spend when they're, you know, traveling to a community. So it's a pretty significant impact if we can draw more of those outdoor enthusiasts and their bikes to the Ross County area.
And there's already a very thorough system to make them happy, draw them in.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We can do better. We can do better.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that we can do better in our community is hosting events. I think that is one of the easiest ways to bring people here and show them what we do have. But with events, we need to have really world-class trails. So it kind of goes hand in hand. We need to do better, we need to build more trail, and then we need to host these events and bring people here and show them what we have.
Okay. Anything else you talked about here to the League of Women Voters?
I think like our main takeaways from this is, you know, to get involved. There are many different ways outside of just, you know, donating to a nonprofit. We obviously need hands on the ground and getting our hands dirty, pulling out invasive species, building new trail, and then another thing is getting excited about trail, encouraging our local government to get excited about trail, to invest in trail. And then also just to stay positive throughout this. I think that there's a lot of ups and downs when you're trying something new. And so just know that it might not always be linear, but we're working for the same goal and we're all working together at it.
Without question.
And the local trails are not just mountain biking trails.
Oh, they're for everyone. We're gonna build not just mountain bike, but also hiking trails, running trails, and hopefully start to get into other sports as well.
Yep.
I think you had mentioned that people in Columbus know about Great Seal Park. Say why again.
Well, there's hills here. So like if you live in Columbus or anywhere, for the most part, north of Chillicothe, they don't have a lot of topography to deal with when it comes to hiking, trail running, mountain biking, or even equestrians. So this is kind of the first stop if you're heading south to that area that you can find that. And when we look at places like Soda Trails, Tar Hollow, Great Seal, Great Seal's the first one off of 23 that they can find and get to. So they come down here pretty often, pretty rare. Most people would probably not be aware of that in the Ross County area.
And we're the start of the Appalachian Mountains, so we're literally the beginning of all the fun activities that can happen. Absolutely. So
how can we get more of these Columbusites to come down and spend their money?
I think it's through the events like Isabella was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have there's a Funduro event, is that in August?
Yep, in August.
Follow us on Chillicothe Trails on our Facebook and Instagram page. We'll be sharing more information about that. We'll be doing some trail maintenance days that we'll share on that. I mean, really, that's just a great day to collaborate with other outdoor. You don't have to be Paul Bunyan, chainsaw, maniac. You can come and just help us move some brush or sticks or just maintain many hands make light work for sure.
Yeah.
And the Funduro event, that's a mountain biking event?
Yes, that is a mountain biking event. So basically you pedal up to the top of a hill and then there's a stage that you're timed and then you just kind of keep looping your way around and it's held at Great Seal. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other thoughts? Because you covered a lot and we can't cover it in this little video,
yeah.
But
we will be doing a partnership with the Ross County Humane Society and doing a hike with your pet event soon with Chillicothe Trails.
Yes, so get those little pups out on the trail.
And again, what's it's an adoption event too, sort of?
We hope. I mean, I think
yeah. Could be just exercise.
Exercise, whatever comes out of it. I think there's a lot of overlap between Ross County Humane Society, what those dogs need, and then also what our trail users love to do. And so I think it'd be great to kind of combine the two and help some pups out, at least get them out in the sunshine, out on some trail, and have them have a good day.
So the dogs that are sheltering will be brought out?
Yep.
Yep. So the Humane
That's
Society
nice.
already does kind of like rent a dog for the day sort of thing. So you can go out and have the dog have the best day of its life. That's actually how I ended up with one of my dogs. It was a rent-a-day fail. Or success story, however you want to look at it. But now he's my dog.
Again, what is the best way people can learn more about all the trails in the area and perhaps contact you?
Yep, so that's chillicothetrails.org is our website. You can email us at chillicothetrails@gmail.com, and then you can like and follow us on social media, Chillicothe Trails for both Instagram and Facebook.
If you're interested in being a volunteer, ask to join our Chillicothe Trail Workers page. We'll allow you into that private group where we share information about trees that are down or specific work days that we're having there as well.
And do you link to other parks and trail systems? You pointed out that there's like state,
Yep.
county, city.
Yep, we're currently working with all different parks, but primarily the Chillicothe Trail Workers Group is working with the land here at OUC and then also ODNR land at Great Seal State Park. As we continue to grow, hopefully we can get involved in more parks and have more resources to do so, but that's our main focus right now.
All right. A lot of information, a lot of things developing.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kevin.